4 hormones that can wreck the way you sleep. Hey guys, welcome to Uncomplicate Health. This is the show where we do just that, uncomplicate your health for you. Today we are going to talk about the 4 hormones that can wreck your sleep. Let's dive right in. The first one we're going to talk about is what is called as melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that comes from a gland called the pineal gland. It is one of the glands that control the biological clock of the body, right? So how does it do it? So the pineal gland gets information from our senses, the eyes, the ears, the nose, and when it senses that it's evening, the light goes down, it secretes melatonin, which helps the body wind down. Now, winding down is a very important part to help us sleep better. So, melatonin is the hormone that comes from the pineal gland. It signals to the rest of our body that it is time to wind down. The second hormone we're going to talk about is what is called as cortisol. Now, cortisol is like the opposite of melatonin. It also plays a role in our biological clock. Like how melatonin comes in the evening, cortisol comes during daytime. For most of us, the cortisol peaks at around 8 a.m. in the morning. So where does cortisol come from? Cortisol comes from a gland called the adrenal gland, which is sitting on top of your kidneys. But the signal for cortisol to come actually comes from your brain. Let's not get into details of this, but for our understanding, the biological clock typically works around these 2 hormones. So cortisol kicks you, pushes you, and helps you get through the day. It is a hormone that comes as a response to stress. So remember, when you're sleeping and you wake up, it is stress. A little bit of stress is important. So cortisol gives us that push. Next, we're going to talk about dopamine, and this is a little tricky. Now, dopamine comes as a response to reward. So it is also the hormone that gets us addicted. So when you go shopping, if you have good sex, dopamine is released. It gives you pleasure. Yeah, it gives you that kick. So when there's an excess of dopamine in the body, it affects the quality of sleep. How does this excess of dopamine come in? Anything that gets us addicted can push up this dopamine levels in the system, and therefore that can also affect the way we sleep. And the last one we're going to talk about is the hormone called as adrenaline. Now, adrenaline comes as a response to a sort of extreme stress. Adrenaline comes in when the body has to make a decision on whether to fight or fly away. So it's called the flight or fight hormone. So if you probably see a tiger in front of you, you have to make that decision. And whichever decision you make, whether you decide to fight or run away, adrenaline comes in and reorganizes the body's blood flow. So it cuts down the amount of blood that goes into your digestive system and your stomach and increases the blood towards your arms, to your brain, to keep you a little more alert. So if there's a tiger in your room, you're not going to be able to sleep. So that is how the body works with adrenaline. So adrenaline comes as a response to this extreme stress. But even when your body perceives stress, if you're in a troubling relationship, or if you're with a bad boss and you're always thinking about it and your body is getting the sense of stress, when it feels that it has to either stay back and fight or run away from that, there is constant adrenaline in your system. Now when adrenaline comes in, its role is to keep you alert, to fight that stress. So when that happens, you're not going to be able to sleep very well. So these are the 4 hormones that can play havoc with the body's sleep. And learning how to control these 4 hormones will go a long way in helping you sleep better. So that's it from me today. I hope this gives you a good insight into how you sleep. And in another episode, we will talk about how to conquer these hormones so that we can sleep better. If you like what you hear and see, please like and subscribe the channel, and I will bring more and more information that will help you uncomplicate health and take charge of it. Bye-bye.